Once upon a time, there was a plant cell named Wally, who lived peacefully with his family in the root of a pine tree. Wally was a healthy cell, with all his organelles intact and functioning properly. Until one morning, he woke up to find that something was very wrong. Very, very wrong.
Oh my God!
What's wrong?
Your organelles, they're gone.
That's stupid. How could they be gone?
I don't know, they just are. Look at yourself if you don't believe me.
Alright, if you insist. Holy endoplasmic reticulum.
Told you.
Shut up. This is serious. I have to find my organelles or I won't be able to function properly.
It appears that you still have your cell wall though, so at least you're still protected from mechanical damage.
The cell wall is an outer layer that maintains my shape and protects me from mechanical damage. It's made of cellulose and other polysaccharides and proteins.
Well, I have to go do photosynthesis, so I'm off. Good luck finding your organelles.
Thanks. I'll need it.
Wally needed to adventure through the root of his home pine tree in order to find his lost organelles. It wasn't going to be an easy journey, but he was prepared to do whatever it took to get his parts back. After a few minutes, Wally spotted an organelle. It looked like a double layer of phospholipids that would just about fit inside his cell wall. In fact, it was his plasma membrane.
Oh good. I found my plasma membrane first. It goes inside my cell wall and will help when I find the rest of me. It also allows oxygen, other nutrients, and waste to pass through my organelles. Now let's see what I can find next.
The next organelle Wally found was his cytoplasm, a thick gel that was stuck to the base of the root where he was traveling. It took him a minute to peel all of it off, but soon it was in place.
Now I have my cytoplasm, a thick gel that will hold the rest of my organelles. That's good. I wouldn't want them to fall out after I go through all of this effort to find them.
Yeah.
Oh, what's this? It looks like there's something big here. It's my nucleus. What luck. I found my nuclear envelope, nucleolus, and chromatin, all in the same place. The nuclear envelope is a double membrane with pores that separates my nucleus parts from my cytoplasm. The nucleolus is involved in the production of ribosomes. I only have one nucleus, but some other cells I know have two or more. The chromatin is the most important organelle that I have found here. It contains DNA and proteins that I can see as individual chromosomes, determining my structure and function.
The nucleus seemed to be Wally's only lucky streak for some time. It was a while before he spotted a bunch of tubes lying behind some stored glucose.
Okay, now I have my endoplasmic reticulum, or ER for short, a network of membranous sacs and tubes that help in making membranes. The ER has rough and smooth regions. The smooth ER doesn't have ribosomes on it, but the rough ER does, or it will when I find them.
Go ahead.
Look over there. There's my chloroplasts.
Go ahead.
I can do photosynthesis now. This means I can convert sunlight into chemical energy, which can be stored in sugar molecules. That's good, since I was starting to get tired and need more energy.
Okay.
Newly rejuvenated with energy from his chloroplasts, it didn't take very long for Wally to spot another organelle.
This looks like a mitochondria, the organelle where cellular respiration occurs and ATP is generated.
Yeah.
What are those over there? They look like little brown dots. Oh, they're ribosomes.
Yeah.
Just tell me when.
Now.
Ribosomes, the smallest of my organelles, make proteins and attach themselves to endoplasmic reticulum. And it looks like they aren't the only organelles here. This is my central vacuole. I am not an older plant cell, so it isn't very important to me, but I still need it because it helps me to grow and stores the energy I make during photosynthesis.
Movement was beginning to become more difficult for Wally, probably because he's been walking so long and he hasn't found his cytoskeleton yet. Luckily, this reinforcing organelle was the next thing he found.
This cytoskeleton reinforces my shape and movement. It's made up of proteins, which are microfilaments, intermediate filaments, and microtubules.
It was probably good that Wally had more reinforced shape and movement now, because it was some time before he found another organelle.
These are plasmodesmata, the channels through my cell wall that connect my cytoplasm to cytoplasms or adjacent cells. This looks like a peroxisome. It is a peroxisome. It's an organelle with very specialized metabolic functions. It's produced hydrogen peroxide as a byproduct and converts it to water.
Wally was close to the end of his journey, but he wasn't quite done yet. He still needed to find one last organelle, the Golgi apparatus.
I hope I find this organelle soon. I've been searching for a long time. This is starting to get really tiring. Plus, the other cells might start to get worried.
The Golgi apparatus was not in agreement with Wally's wishes, though. It was taking an unreasonably long time to find.
Golgi apparatus! Golgi apparatus! Come out, wherever you are. Oh look, I found it!
Wally placed it into his cytoplasm with his other organelles, where it became active in synthesis, modification, sorting, and secretion of cell products. Now that he had all his organelles back at last, Wally was a fully functioning plant cell, so he traveled back to his home in a different part of the tree root and lived happily ever after.